Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, everybody.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
You all joined Gita recitation, Gita Jayanti Day. Some of you I met, but many of you, could you join? You all liked it? So we thought we will do it every Ekadashi. Everybody liked it, so we can do. And more people can participate. 18 chapters, 18 people. So you apply, those who think, but there should be no mumbling, fumbling. Okay, you can write to me. We'll make a team for the next Ekadashi ready. But there should be no mistake. You have to, maybe one. You saw the response. 1,000 people were coming or chanting together, and people loved it also. Okay. Hare Krishna. And also, I think all of you saw the video of the land also. It has been seen. Everybody mostly they saw. Good. Chalo. That is also nice. So today we begin. Now the second, this will be the first chapter actually. And the purpose is that this is simple. Then what we are doing now, studying every shloka. Some people are finding it difficult. So I'm giving you one more question. This will give you more spirit of Bhagavad Gita. And okay, you join. Vinay Chilla, you join. And I hope you all liked it. We can still improve. If one chapter, one person focuses, he can actually do a better performance. But somebody should be who has a practice of this. You know, some childhood there is a practice, some background of practice, then you can work upon it. And people can actually practice also one chapter without mistake. You can practice, है ना? So many people get opportunity in that way. Okay, it's a good idea. We can pick it up, and I wish today we can do together, and then even each language it can be done separately. Okay. Hare Krishna. So let us go to our chapter. Also, the registration we have crossed already 10,000, 10, 11,000. Still 1 week to go. So I request all of you to kindly push among your friends, remind them. It's very happy to hear so many people are benefiting, but if it is more, the merrier. More the people involved, the better it is. Hare Krishna. This is the glorification of Bhagavad Gita by a great Acharya called Baladev Vidyabhushan. You read about Shankaracharya, we read before the our previous course, level 2 course. This is from Baladev Vidyabhushan. Baladev Vidyabhushan is the great Acharya in our Sampradaya, disciple of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. And if you read Prabhupada Bhagavad Gita, he dedicates the Bhagavad Gita to Baladev Vidyabhushan, who wrote so beautiful known as Govinda Bhashya on the Vedanta Sutra. Parapara. Satyananchantintya Shakti Eka Pakshe Sarvadyakshe Bhakta Rakshati Dakshe Shri Govinde Vishwa Sargadi Kande Punanande Nityam Ashtamatirme Agyana Niradhir Upaiti Yaya Vishesham Bhakti Parapi Bhajate Pariposhamochai Tattam Param Spurati Durgamam Api Ajasham Sadgunya Bhrit Swarachitam Paramami Gitam. What does it mean? More verses I don't have contesta. What is the meaning? May my mind remain eternally fixed on Sri Govinda, who is the ultimate perfection of real, infinite, inconceivable powers, and who thus controls everything, who is expert in protecting his devotees, who is also the root of creation, maintenance, and destruction of the universe, and is full of bliss. Is offering prayers to Krishna. I offer my respects to Gita, to the Gita, which is spoken by the Lord, endowed with perfect qualities. It is the work by which the ocean of ignorance meets its complete end, by which pure bhakti becomes fully nourished to the highest degree, and by which the supreme truth, normally difficult to understand, becomes eternally manifest. So this is a small video now for you. Prabhupada Acharya explains the Gita in nutshell in 2 minutes in a short video. You can all enjoy this.
We are at the present moment in our material condition. We are manufacturing ideas and being baffled also because it is the business of the mind to create something and again reject it. Mind is two-sided. Yes, let me do this. It will decide, oh, better not to do. This is called sankalpa vikalpa, deciding and rejecting. And this is due to our unsteady condition in the material platform. But when we decide to act according to the supreme consciousness, at that stage there is no such duality that let me do it or let me not do it. No. There is only one thing. Let me do it. Let me do it. Because it is sanctioned by the superior consciousness. The whole Bhagavad Gita is based on these principles of life.
Very nice. Simple. What is it? Let me do it or not do it. Forget that. I do it because it is authorized, it is ordered by the higher authority. That is the essence of Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna was thinking, should I do this war or not do this war? Krishna is telling. Why is he thinking? There is no question of even thinking about it. Just do it because it's ordered by the Supreme Lord. That is the essence of Bhagavad Gita. So beautiful in one line. Another way to look at it, Supreme Person Shri Govinda Deva is speaking the supreme science in Bhagavad Gita. And what is he telling us? How to reestablish our eternal loving relationship of service with him. What more do we need? The Lord personally is coming to teach us how do we connect back to him. We are his eternal servants, but somehow our relationship is forgotten. We are forgotten. We are busy in our own thing. And Krishna is personally coming, teaching us how do we connect back to him. And that's the Bhagavad Gita. So that's actually Bhagavad Gita is very simple for simple people. Very difficult for complicated people. So there are different verses in the Bhagavad Gita. There are 700 verses. Krishna speaks out of that 575, Arjuna 83. Mostly Arjuna speaks in 1 and 11, and 28 verses in other chapters. Sanjaya speaks 41 verses, mostly in chapter 1, and also in 2, 11, and 18. Dhritarashtra speaks one verse, the first one. Now, another question may be that what was Krishna asking to Arjuna? Is it unique? The first time somebody had to sacrifice, because Arjuna had in the battle to sacrifice his own brother-in-laws, the good for nothing Kauravas, but still, these are his relatives, and his own guru, whom he respected so much, Dronacharya, his own grandfather. Is it the first time somebody had to, do such a thing? No, it's not the first time. Prahlad Maharaj ignored the orders of his father. Hiranyakashipu said, you cannot chant the name of Lord. He just ignored it because the father came in obstructing his service to Krishna. He just ignored his father. And this you don't know. Haryashvas and Bahulashvas were sons of Daksha. Daksha is a Prajapati. He populates the universe. So he has a special ability. Daksha means expert in producing children. And he produced 10,000 children. once. They called Haryashvas. And Narad Muni met them. And if you remember, I told you he just gave one instruction, one shloka. They heard it, they discussed it, all took sannyas. Nobody went back home. On the order of Daksha, they had come to do tapasya to start, after that, start Grihastha ashram. They took all sannyas. And Bahulashvas are there, another brothers, another 1,000 next time produced. They also followed the course of the elder brothers. So this is, they also ignored the instruction of father and went for spiritual life. Chaturkumaras were the four sons of Brahma, practically the oldest people in the universe after Brahma. And Brahma said, please create progeny. No, we're not going to do. Brahma became exceedingly angry. That's a very interesting instance. Chaturkumara, the four sons of Brahma, Sanakadi. So, and so the instance in the history where somebody has actually sacrificed in relation to the family for service to Krishna, and this is father being ignored by them. Older brother, Vibhishana, he ignored Ravana. Ravana said, no, forget Rama. He said, no, I'll forget you. I'll not forget Rama. And that's a big story. And he left this kingdom and took shelter of Lord Rama. And the Shukracharya, I said, don't give any land to this fellow. He will take away everything. 3 steps, he will take away everything. Shukracharya ordered, Bali Maharaj, Vamana has come. He is Vishnu himself. And he's cheat you. He'll take away everything. Don't give anything to him. He ignored his guru and offered everything to the Vaman Deva. So that is another instance. Guru was ignored. Husband was ignored by wife, which is not in our culture. Yes, Yagnik Brahmanas. Krishna Balaram once were there in a place, and then they just manifested the pastime of hunger. Krishna cannot get hungry. He is all spirit. He said, no, we are hungry. Boys, bring something to eat. Where do we go? Hey, go to the Brahmanas who were doing some yajna. They went to them. And the Brahmanas were Karma Kandi Brahmana, not really Brahmanas, were just doing some puja pata for punya to go to heaven, all this kind of Brahmanas. So they could not understand pure devotion. So they will say, Krishna is hungry, he wants some food. Krishna is hungry, he wants some food. No, we have to do yajna now. They ignored. And why are you doing yajna? You're doing the Lord only, but they were so foolish. They ignored. They said, no, go away, we will not give you anything. Then they went back to Krishna. Krishna said, go to their wives. And they went back to the wife. What? Krishna Balaram have come. And they were actually having all the food, they're cooking. They just packed everything and ran. And the husband said, you cannot go. He said, you get lost. We go. We don't ignore you. And they ran away out of the house, ignoring their husband, called Yagnik Brahma Patnis. Dvija Patni Jaya. Jaya Dvija Patni Jaya. Very nice. And then family. Today, Shivani Mataji. Hare Krishna. Any admins are there?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah, just remind me. Today I'll sing Jai Radhe Jai Krishna. Take a teach some song.
Yes, yes, Prabhu.
Beautiful song. Then family was ignored by Bharat Maharaj, Raghunath Das Goswami, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, even Lakshmana. He, did not take his wife with him. He said, "Okay, you somehow manage. I'm going to serve Lord Rama." But there was no rejection. But he had to take care of his wife. But he said, "Somehow manage. I'm going." And then Bharat Maharaj, we know the story of the deer. And Srila Prabhupada also took sannyas at a particular age, and he left his family. So you see, there has been sacrifice for Krishna in our history. So what Arjuna was expected to do, not something new, not something new. It is a standard thing. We sacrifice for Krishna. Okay. Okay, you like this angle? In the chapter 1 overview, there are 7 parts of the chapter. You can divide the chapter into 7 parts. This presentation will be with you. The first to 13 is preparation for war, 14 to 20 is signs of victory, 21-26 is Krishna as Bhakta Vasala, because in this chapter, there is not much philosophy, which I will come from the second chapter. So it's quite easy in that way. 27 to 30 is compassion, 31 to 35 is enjoyment, 36 to 38 is fear of sinful activities, 39 to 40 the destruction of family tradition. I'll just take one verse of each one. This is the first verse of the Bhagavad Gita, preparation for war. Dhritarashtra. So what's going to happen in this war? Dharma kshetra Dhritarashtra vacha, Dharma kshetra kurukshetra samaveta yuyusavaha, mamaka pandavascheva kim akurvata sanjaya. After assembling the place of pilgrimage at Kurukshetra, what did my sons of Pandu do? Being desirous to fight. So this is very nice preparation for war. So I think we have discussed this verse in the level 1, aram se, in detail. Then signs of victory, tata shwete haya yukte mahati syandane sitau madavaha pandavas shaiva divyo shanko pradad matuhu. On the other side, Lord Krishna and Arjuna stationed in a great chariot drawn by white horses sounded their transcendental conch shells. Yes. This is signs of victory because, conch shell is always for invoking Narayana, for the worship of the Lord. And the presence of the Lord shows only Arjuna is going to win the war. We discussed various symptoms, I think 9 symptoms that Pandavas are going to win the war. And then Arjuna, Krishna there's another angle which I didn't focus on the chapter 1. Krishna is Bhakta Vasala, the sweetness of the Lord as Bhakta Vasala. He is driving the chariot of his devotee. Look at it. Many times when he say the Lord being the devotee or the servant of the Lord, people abhor the idea of servant. I don't like that concept of servant. No, but this servant is out of love. This servant is not a salary servants of this world who are just serving some other, they have some other intention not to serve. They are serving your money, not you. Arjuna Vacha Senoyor Ubhayo Madhye Ratham Stapyam Me Achyuta Yavadeta Nirikshayam Yodho Kaman Avasitan Senoyor Ubhayo Madhye Ratham Stapyam Me Achyuta. They say, my dear Lord, Achyuta, take this chariot in the middle of the war. Achyuta. Why does it use the word Achyuta? Every word is weighed and put. Weighed, तोल के रखते हैं, तोल के exact. Why he says Achyuta? Because even though he's going to drive his chariot, he's still going to remain the Lord. How many people have ambition of a career out with somebody's driver? Nobody wants that. But Krishna is personally, very happily and lovingly driving the chariot of his devotee. So Achyuta, even though he drives the chariot of Arjuna, he doesn't become Shudra. It's a Shudra's job. Correct? So, but no, he's not becoming that. Even though he's driving the chariot, he still remains the Supreme Lord. He was taking care of the cows in Vrindavan. He doesn't become Vaishya. Still Krishna remains the Supreme Lord. He was in the battlefield of so many places fighting. Krishna doesn't become Kshatriya, still remains the Supreme Lord. So, and Krishna teaching Bhagavad Gita is like a business of Brahmana. No, still remains the Supreme Lord. He is beyond all castes and orders of this world. Achyuta, because his Achyuta means he does not fall. Chuta means to fall down. Krishna never falls down. He always remains the Supreme Lord. And another reason he says you are Achyuta, because you promised to Krishna, you will drive my chariot. You don't fall down from your promise. Therefore, you are Achyuta. And then we all know, after seeing this, he had some problem seeing the battlefield, and then he gives certain reason why he does not want to fight. Tan samiksha sakonte yaha sarvan bandhun avastitan kripaya parya vishto vishidan idam abravid. With the destruction of the dynasty, eternal family tradition vanquished, and the rest of the family become involved in irreligious practice. Kripaya. Kripaya means compassion. The first thing we say compassion, yes. Okay. So Nacha Shreya Anupashyami Hatva Sajanama Have. No, I think I did a mistake. 27 to 30 compassion. This is copying it as a mistake. Just give me 1 minute. 27. Yes, sorry. Copy, paste, then mistake happens. Yes. When the son of Kunti Arjuna saw all the different grades of friends and relatives, he became overwhelmed with compassion and spoke thus. Kripa. Kripa means compassion. So the compassion is shown here. Done. Then next one was enjoyment, Shreya, which is better for me, which way I'll be more happy. Nacha Shreya anupashyami hatva sajanamahave, na kankshi vijayam Krishna, nacha rajam sukhanicha. I do not see how any good can come from killing my own kinsman in this battle, nor can I, my dear Krishna, desire any subsequent victory, kingdom, or happiness. So it doesn't feel any good is there in this war. Fear of sinful reaction, papam evashed asman hatvaitan atatainaha. Sin will overcome if it slays the aggressors. It is not proper for us to kill the sons of Dhritarashtra, our friend. What should we gain, O Krishna, husband of God of the fortune, and how will you be happy by killing our own kinsman? 39. Kulakshay pranashanti kuladharma sanatanaha. Yeah, this was the one got copied. Dharmenashte kulam krishna adharma vibhavati vada. Destruction of dynasty, eternal family tradition is vanquished. So he's worried about all the kuladharma being destroyed. And this was from the second chapter. Na chaitat vidmaha kataram nagariyo yadva jayema yadivano jayeyu. Yane vahatva na jiji vishamas te avastitaha pramukhe dharta rashtra. Nor do we know which is better, conquering them or being conquered by them. Santa Dhritarashtra, whom if I kill, we should not care to live, are now standing before us on the battlefield. Now, this is the shloka of surrender of Bhagavad Gita. And unless we surrender like this in Bhagavad Gita, it is very going to be difficult to understand Bhagavad Gita. We have to have the same mood. Karpana dosha. If you look at our own mind, it's also get afflicted by varieties of desire for sense enjoyment, which is embarrassment. Our mind isn't given by Krishna to serve him, to think about him. That's why Krishna given us this mind, not for our private business. Just like a government gives a car for your official business, not to drop your relatives to the railway station. So that is wrong, misuse. So similarly, mind has been given by Krishna only for one purpose, to think about him. But it's not, you are not doing that. We are doing, and rather, so many sinful activities are planned in the mind, and it's embarrassing. Karparna dosha, my miserly weakness, upahata savava, is afflicting my whole consciousness. Prichami, my Lord, therefore I come to you. Dharma sabudha cheta, please guide me. What is my duty? Yashyaha, Shan Nishitam Root. Please tell me what is ultimately good for me. Shreya means ultimate good. There is something called Preya. Preya means immediate good. Shreya means ultimate. Shreya, Shan, Nishchitan Bhuvim. Please definitely tell me what is best for me. Shishya, I am your disciple. And please instruct me. Shadi Mam. Why I totally surrender it to you. So these are the Arjuna's sloka of surrender. And it's very important that we surrender. Then only we can understand Bhagavad Gita. In fact, the Bhagavad Gita starts at this point, and Arjuna surrenders. And as chapter by chapter, his surrender keeps enhancing. Krishna keeps revealing more, more, more. Finally reveals his Vishwarupa and finally gives him the final order. Just surrender to me. So as the surrender keeps enhancing, it's a very reciprocal business. The more and more Krishna keeps revealing. This is a history. Nothing new, nothing that's not done in the history. We see Gajendra had a big problem. He could have prayed to so. In fact, he was in Devaloka at that time. This is not on earth, this Gajendra pasture. And all the Devatas watched this incident because there was a very big fight between them for a long time. As this crocodile was very powerful crocodile. I don't know how many people saw recently. A crocodile pulled a tiger inside water. So the crocodile can do that. It became viral, that video. Similarly, this crocodile pulled this big elephant, and this elephant was very powerful. But in water, he cannot show his power. He's stuck. He's trying to somehow get on the land, but it's not possible. This fellow is not allowing. And he's bleeding. He's about to die. He doesn't ask any mercy from any devatas around him. Neither he prays to anybody. He straight prays to the Supreme Lord. And he comes rushing the Lord from Vaikuntha. And he says to the Lord, I don't want to remain in this world. I want to come back to your lotus feet. So Krishna takes him back to the spiritual world. And that crocodile, he liberates him from that. Some curse, he was also a crocodile. Both were actually because some curse becomes this elephant and crocodile. They're ordinary people. In fact, in Gajendra, previous life was a king called Indradumna. And once he was very great devotee to the Lord. And he was doing some tapasya in a hermitage. And a Muni came. And he said, asked us for some, little, some welcome, and he was ignoring unconsciously, not directly, because of his meditation. And the Muni got angry and cursed him, better be an elephant. That's why he became an elephant. And this crocodile was also another personality, a devata. And some sages are taking bath, and he went below water and was pulling their legs. So he became irritated. Your behavior is like a crocodile. You become a crocodile. So after he was killed, this crocodile, he got his devata body and went back to Devaloka. And Gajendra remembered the prayers which he was actually reciting in the previous life in this very tough situation. And he offered intense prayers to the Lord. And the grace of the Lord straight went back to God, to the spiritual world. This you all know. So praying is not something new. It's has been part throughout the Vedic literature. Arjuna's surrendering, that's there everywhere. Even Brahma surrendered. Brahma was quite surprised that somebody as a coward boy can be Supreme Lord Narayana. And Krishna, he stole all the coward boys to test Krishna. And Krishna duplicated all of them by his Narayana Vishnu form for 1 year. Brahma came back, he was shocked. He could not recognize what's happening here. All the boys are there, calves are there, hidden them in a cave. He went to the cave, they're all sleeping. They're here also. Then Krishna showed they're all Narayana forms. And Brahma offered beautiful prayers. So it's nothing unusual. Arjuna surrendered to Krishna, Brahma did it. Gajendra did it. Indra did it. The Govardhan Leela, Indra got a little proud and Krishna lifted a mountain to teach him a lesson. And finally, Indra came down with this Airavata and worshipped the Lord and took his blessings and offered prayers. So Indra also did, Brahma also did. That all the devatas are doing now. There is Brahma, Shiva, Ganesha, all the devatas together offering prayers to Vishnu. This is the time the Bhudevi had come requesting help. This is the Dev. Generally, when the devatas pray, the Vishnu gives them darshan. This is called Shirodaksha Vishnu. Lakshmi gives them darshan. And they all offer prayers and they take the blessing. They take the directions, what is to be done in management of the universe. It's actually Vishnu is the maintainer of the universe. Devatas on his behalf are doing different delegated duties. But final, the manager is Vishnu. And here they are also taking privilege. When the Lord appeared in the in the womb of Devaki. First he appeared in the heart, then he went to the womb of Devaki. Krishna was not born in an ordinary way. First he appeared in the heart of Vasudeva. Then from there he came to the heart of Devaki. Then so-called womb of Devaki for some time. And all the devatas are here, offering daily devatas is to come. Just like we had just Sandhyarti now, like that they will offer Sandhyarti to the Lord. All the sages like Narada, all the devatas, they offer prayers every day. And there is a very interesting incident now. Apart from offering prayers, it's very important to shelter and ask questions. It's like Arjuna is asking this question. So we should see that's the difference between a Devata and a Danava. The Danava, when he's in problem, does not take shelter of a proper authority. It doesn't take. But here, I give an example. We have an example of Kamsa. When there was a fear of death, it's a difficulty. You should have taken shelter of authority, what I'm supposed to do. But no, if you are scared of death, if you are fearful, you cannot have actually any qualities. You will use just like a drowning man. It is said that you should not go near him because he'll catch you also and grasp you and drown you also. If you know that's a skill in swimming, you have to carefully keep distance and pull him out. Otherwise, he grabs you. He is drowning. So somebody who is in fear of his death will not do any good work in this world. He'll just utilize, exploit everybody. Like Kamsa did not even think one instance about killing his sister or killing 6 children of his sister. He just killed them mercilessly. Just imagine how much person can be selfish when he becomes degraded by fear of death. But look at this personality, Parikshit Maharaj. He did something else in the same situation. Parikshit Maharaj was the grandson of Arjuna. He ruled the world after the Pandavas. Pandavas ruled for some 3-4 decades after the Mahabharata war. And the rule of the Pandavas, headed by Yudhishthira, was so good, the world experienced Vaikuntha on earth or Ramarajya on earth. So happy rule. People are so happy. For 3-4 decades they ruled. And after that, they came to know that Krishna has wandered his pastime, went back to Vaikuntha. So they didn't want to stay any longer in the world. They called their grandson, Parikshit, and they handed over throne to him. And the Pandavas went straight back to Godhead, not the story you read in TV serials going to hell and all. Bhagavatam says they straight went back to the spiritual world. So now the Parikshit Maharaj, the grandson of the Pandavas, was one day in a forest because he is responsible to maintain law and order not only in city, also in the forest. Today, city also they cannot maintain law and order. So when in the forest, and they were generally very ferocious wild animals which have become carnivore or something, they used to eliminate them. They were asked and they used to do the job in very chivalrous way they will do. So he was there in the forest. He got quite thirsty and he approached a hermitage. Now, Parikshit Maharaj was such a powerful personality. When he was in the womb of his mother, Uttara, he could handle the heat of Brahmastra. True, Krishna came and saved him, but he was also a very powerful personality, could bear the heat of Brahmastra, of Ashwatthama. He's not an ordinary person. And for such a great personality, now after this curse he's going to get, he is for 7 days sat down without a drop of water for 7 days. So just for a glass of water for him, who can sit down without water for 7 days, to get so agitated is unusual. Who could handle the heat of Brahmas and the past, and after this instant, within an hour, will sit, or say within some time when he gets the message, sit down for 7 days to fast until death without a drop of water. That personality, so tapasvi person, just to get agitated by a glass of water is unusual. That's what happens. So that actually Acharyas analyze is Krishna's arrangement so that Bhagavatam can be spoken. Arjuna is also like Hanuman, a great devotee. For him, hesitating to serve the Lord was unusual. But that hesitation was done by the Lord's arrangement so the Gita can come out. And here, Krishna's arrangement so that Bhagavatam can come out. He looks to be a tough warrior, but very soft at heart. So somehow became very agitated when he entered the sage hermitage. You see, the sages generally in the Vedic culture live in a hut, a simple life. And they are so intelligent that kings are nothing in front of them. They can, if they want to have wealth, they can have unlimited wealth. They're not interested. They live in a simple life. You see that, made of very nicely painted, simple cottage. So he went there and he asked him, "Can you give me a glass of water?" So Samika Rishi in the forest in his hermitage, you can see was in meditation. He was a great devotee meditating on the Lord. I said, "Hey, can you give me a glass of water?" And he saw he's still not listening. He actually was in deep meditation, didn't notice him. तो समझ नहीं आता है, पानी बोल रहा हूं, समझ नहीं आता क्या? He became agitated, which is very unusual. For him to even enter this hermitage entrance, he should not enter, etiquette wise. And to shout like this and insult him, and then he went outside in anger, he saw a dead snake. So put the dead snake on his neck and walked away. Now somebody saw this whole thing and reported Samakiri's son Shringi. And says, "Shringi, this has happened. Your father, somebody put a dead snake on his neck." "Oh, really? Okay, I go to show my power." So anybody following rules and regulation actually is punya. You get punya in his pocket. Just like today evening, instead of watching movie, you are hearing Bhagavad Gita. Not only it is spiritual activity, it's also punya. You are showing a responsible behavior. That gives you punya. So when your punya is collected together, you can bless somebody or even curse somebody. So even the boy at 12 years had so much punya with him, he could curse. He cursed the king, "You'll die by a snake bite of a very powerful snake." I don't remember the name now. Taksha. He will bite you to death. And he gives a shrapa in the water, and then he comes to the home. Today, people speak anything, it has no use, no blessing, because people have no tapasya today. And he comes back home. He sees the father sitting like that with snake on his neck. And he starts crying. "Ah, ah, ah." And Samika Rishi opens his eyes. "My dear son Shringi, what happened to you? Why are you crying like that?" "Papa, snake." So you see the dead snake on his neck. And he's a Brahmana. Brahmana means he never gets insulted. And that's the mark of a Brahmana. He's never after prestige. Brahma Janati iti Brahmana. It's a qualified Brahmana, not a birth Brahmana. He takes the dead snake from his neck, throws it aside. He said, "That's okay. Why are you crying? It's a very small thing." "You know who did it?" "A king." "That's okay. I mean, I might have ignored him. And then that's all fine. He didn't take any office. But I cursed him to death." "Really? Why did you do that?" "Oh my God. Such a big punishment for such a small sin. And he's such a great person. Such a great king. Grandson of Yudhishthira, you cursed him to death." And then he start praying to Narayana, "My Lord, what has happened? What has happened here?" Such a innocent soul has been cursed to death. And then he calls one of his, students, please send a message to the king. Prepare, death is coming within 7 days. What can be done now? It has all happened. And the king received the message. Going back to his kingdom, he was thinking, he was just like Arjuna was so introspective before the war. He's Arjuna's grandson. He's thinking, did I do the right? Oh no, that's the Samika Rishi. He's such a great sage. He must be doing meditation. What did I do? My God, such a great sin I did, insulting him by putting a dead snake. Then he prays to the Lord, my Lord, punish me so severely that I don't such a thing again. That's the best child. Suppose you go to the school late. One thing is, Madam, I'm sorry I'm late. That is one way. Other way, Madam, could you please punish me so severely that I don't do this thing again. I always come on time. That's the best student. So he's praying, my Lord, please punish me very severely. I have done a very great offense today. Chah, I'm a horrible person. And by the time he reaches palace, a messenger comes. The Samika Rishi sent a message. Yeah, what is the message? No, his son has cursed you to death within 7 days. He's already praying for a punishment. Oh, my Lord, thank you very much. No regret. Now, several things he can do. First thing, no fear of death. So no bad qualities like comes. He could have taken his soldiers and killed that kid and killed his father. But no, I'm not going to take shelter of adharma just because destiny brings me to something, a new situation. I cannot counter curse. No, they are sages. Whatever it is, mistake is mine. Uh, you know, so what is my boundary of activity now? I have to stay within my dharma. So he said, okay. So the death is certain now. So I will not counter it because anyway I did a mistake. So he calls his son Janmajaya, who was now ready to rule. So, my dear son Janmajaya, come. Yes, my dear father, you're going to rule now. No, father. No, I've been cursed to death. Can't believe this. And there was a big commotion in the palace. And he said, okay. So he hands the throne to his son, wears a simple cloth, walks the bank of Yamuna. Just can you imagine? In 1 minute, he's changing his situation without any regret, without any attachment. He was just ruling as a duty, easily leaves all the opulence, wealth, prestige, like that, and just walks to the banks of Yamuna and he sits down there. When he sits down there, all the great sages assemble, like Narada, Vedavyasa, and all, and there is a discussion. What he should do? He says, please, I am surrendered soul to you. Please keep talking about Krishna. Please guide me what I'm supposed to do. When he was discussing with the sages, and there was a bit of difference among them, which will be the best thing to do. At that moment, Shukamuni lands up, who was the greatest devotee on earth at that time, son of Vedavyasa. Father is there, but his son was a celebrated devotee. The moment he lands up, everybody falls at his feet. And Parikshit Maharaj was so happy. He says, Anyatha te avyakta gate darshanam naha katham nrinam nitaram mriyamananam samsiddhasya vinashya saha. Otherwise, without being inspired by Lord Shri Krishna, so how is it you have come here? It's only by Krishna's kindness. How is it you have voluntarily appeared here, although you're moving incognito to the common man and not visible to us who are on the verge of death? Because he did not do anything adharmic. Went on dharma path. He did not do something. Immediately Krishna sent him help and a blessing. And Krishna is watching every moment. How do you respond to different positive, negative things in life? He had a difficulty in life, but did not take shelter of adharma to come out of the situation. He remained within his boundaries of a Kshatriya role he was playing, and Krishna sent the greatest devotee on earth at that time, Shukamuni, to help him. He said, how it is possible, this Krishna's kindness. I may not be because Krishna's kindness because of me, because my grandfather is a great devotee, therefore Krishna is helping me, remembering because I am the related, Krishna is protecting me because I am related to the Pandavas. On my own, I am a useless person. He was in a very humble, sweet attitude. How have you come? Ata prichyami samsiddhim yoginam paramam gurum purushasyeha yat karyam mriyamanasya sarvatha. You are the spiritual master of the great saints and devotees. I am therefore begging you to show the way of perfection for all persons, especially for one who is about to die. So see, I want to know what I'm supposed to do. My death has come. Please tell me what is my duty now. Vedic culture is a set of duties, not set of rights. I want to know what's my duty at this moment. Should I hear about Krishna or I should do something else? This is a beautiful instance. Okay, and now I'll show you. Admin, anybody here? Just remind me. I will
Yes,
talk
Prabhuji.
about the first few instructions of Shukamuni to Parikshit Maharaj. Okay.
Prabhuji, even the song.
But I simply tried to satisfy my.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, start.
I have no personal qualification, but I simply tried to satisfy my. My Guru Maharaj asked me that if you get some money to bring books, that's what I'm stressing on this book. Where is book? Where is book? Where is book? So kindly help me. This is my request. It is simply awake. This spiritual consciousness, Krishna consciousness, is already there in everybody. Otherwise, how these European, American, other foreign country boys and girls they are taking? It is already there. Simply, it has to be awakened by this transcendental vibration. The transcendental vibration, just like you are chanting, this is one vibration. And these books are bigger vibration. This when we chant Hare Krishna mantra, a few words, people can hear, here is Hare Krishna. But my Guru Maharaj used to say that this is Brihad Mridanga. Mridanga, that drum you have seen. That is small mridanga. If I beat on this drum, maybe a few words people can hear from few words. But this is the books are distributed. It can go from country to country, from continent to continent. Actually, this is what happening. So our only appeal is that all booksellers, all publishers may come forward and cooperate with us and distribute the transcendental literature.
Distribute the data. See the service. Poor boy is standing on the traffic junction selling books. Okay. Hare Krishna. Nice.
Hare Krishna.
Without complicating, keeping it simple. Hare Krishna. Any questions anybody has? Add few things to do today. Tell Shukamuni.
Prabhuji, the Radhe song you're going to sing.
Yeah, that is one thing. And Shukamuni is also instructions to Parikshit Maharaj. Yeah, apart from that, anything, any questions on what we discussed till now? I've been alone talking for 1 hour.
Bharti Mataji, you're unmuted.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. My question doesn't have anything to do with today's class. I had received the mailer about the donations.
Oh,
And
thank
I
you.
did a bank transfer. So I don't know what is the process next. Am I supposed to send some details or some form needs to be?
You are from India or abroad?
Yeah, I'm from Bangalore.
Yeah. You can do bank transfer and send me by mail your
I
details.
sent a mail and you acknowledged it, Prabhuji.
That's just proceed. You can send from to the Canada Bank, which I kept for all the money we're keeping for the temple now. Correct? Construction. Thank you, Mataji.
I was just wondering if there's any form I need to fill up for, like, because part of it said that the seva is tied up to life membership and the seva is tied up to.
Oh, I'll send you. Don't worry. You proceed with that. I'll send you. Form, I'll send you. No problem. That's a formality. I'll send you. I have designed different forms. I'll send you. We're just editing the forms. I'll send you the form.
Okay, that's all. I was just checking about the form.
I'll send you. Form, I'll send you. No problem. Don't have to wait.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare
Shri
Krishna
Ram Prabhuji.
is actually inconceivable. So many devotees coming together. Inconceivable things are happening. I can't believe. I'm just in the midst of it. Temple landers come.
I think Prabhuji's connection is gone. Let's wait. Shivani Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Mataji, Prabhuji's connection is, I think, some.
Yes, Mataji, Prabhuji is joining. I think there's some power issue at the temple. He's just joining.
Okay. Okay, we will wait then.
Yes, Mataji, please wait.
Okay, okay.
Mohan Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. Please write to Prabhuji at namadas@gmail.com regarding donation thing.
I
Mohan,
have unmuted Mohan Prabhuji.
yes. Mohan Prabhu, Hare Krishna. I think he is not able to unmute, but he has put it in the chat.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Sorry, there was some problem. Power went away.
Okay.
UPS. Yes, Hare Krishna.
Karthik Prabhu unmuted.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Yes,
In today's chapter, you had explained that Arjuna had to surrender first, so that he could make himself ready to receive the Bhagavad Gita. So Arjuna is a very great enlightened soul and enlightened person, but we are very ordinary human beings. So by the word surrender, what are the parameters we should do? What should we do so that we can surrender and start learning the Bhagavad Gita?
See what happens. Surrender, we were discussing in the morning, and it became so sweet to understand. Surrender keeps developing. Just like, say, when you join a college, you do surrender to some extent, no? You cannot say, please teach me medicine. They say, no, you have to come to the class at this point. You have to attend the classes. You give up that commitment, no? You're going to do that. Admission means what? You're going to do all those things. You're going to attend the classes. You're going to do practicals. You're going to do assignment, isn't it? So similarly, when you are surrendering, you are some level of surrender. And as the Gita goes on, the surrender is enhancing. And Krishna is revealing more and more. First level of basic surrender, Krishna just reveals him about the soul. Then he said, no, Krishna, I want more knowledge. Teach me about Karma Yoga. Krishna reveals more. Then about Jnana Yoga, more. So he is surrendering more. And Krishna is revealing more. You see, that's what is happening. Whole Gita, he's playing a role of a common man in the first who has no surrender. And why I should fight like that? He's doing like we do. You know, what is the need of God? Many people say, What is the need of God? Krishna also okay. He's not speaking anything. But when he surrenders to Krishna, first level of basic surrender, Krishna starts instructing him about the soul. Then he surrenders more. Krishna gives him more. So as he continues enhancing his surrender, Krishna reveals more, more, more. And then finally Krishna gives a final instruction. Saradharman parityaja mam ekam sharanam. Just forget everything, take my shelter. He could have said that right in the beginning. Arjuna, forget everything, just obey what I'm telling. Krishna doesn't do that. He allows him to gradually enhance his surrender so that he can hear that instruction. You have to give capacity, then you give the instruction. Krishna is so clever. Even Srila Prabhupada also, when he was in America and landed up, he was very careful. He had a god brother called Bon Maharaj, who was sponsored and sent by his guru to Europe and headed with England, because England was before the war the biggest, most powerful country, World War before. And he went there, and with the Gaudiya Mutt, this actually ISKCON comes finally at the branch of that, to establish and sponsored, not like Prabhupada going on a cargo ship and $8, sponsored visit from the Mutt with all money being spent. But when he landed up, one person came to meet him, Lord Jetland. Lord Jetland was the governor of India from British side, very high personality. And having spent time in India, he was highly impressed by the Vedic culture. So the moment he came to know there, he came to meet him. And he said, I want to know how I can become a Brahmana. Can he? He said, yes, you want to become Brahmana, no intoxication, no meat, no relation outside marriage, no gambling. He said, impossible, and walked away. And Prabhupada said, I knew that if you speak like that, it's not going to work. People can't just follow immediately. So he had that in his mind. So when he started in America, for 6 months, he did not take any rules and regulations. He was just doing kirtan. And people are coming to his place, listening to the kirtans and going away. Hare Krishna, Mamta Mataji. I'm building on your steps
Yeah.
of surrender. I just wait. And then what happens? The 6 months got over. And then one day, one boy came to Prabhupada. He said, what? Swamiji, are there any rules to this club? So Prabhupada said, now it's the time. 6 months later of having prasadam, dancing in kirtan, hearing chanting, Prabhupada is silent. Then Prabhupada gives them rules and regulations. So their level of surrender at the time was quite minimal. What are the surrender they had? Just participating, hearing kirtan at that moment. And so in the beginning, that is the level of surrender you should have. That you submit yourself to the vibration of the holy name, either in the japa or in the kirtan. That's the surrender to begin spiritual life in Kali Yuga. Other things are okay, but this is the main thing. Submit yourself to the vibration of the holy name. Naam bina kichu nahi chauda bhuvana loke. There is nothing except the holy name of the Lord in the 14 words to bless us in Kali Yuga. Kali kale naam avatara. That is the process for Kali Yuga. So take shelter of the holy name. That is the surrender you do. Later, rules and regulation, everything. Yeni kena upayena mana Krishna niveshayat. That's the Rupa Goswami's formula. Some or another put your mind on Krishna. Sarva vidhi nisheda will easily follow later.
So, Guruji, can we consider that like today I'm spending 1 hour, though in the 1 hour my mind may have been fluctuating. That 1 hour, can I say, as a starting step of surrender?
Yes, see, we should never be satisfied. We should try to do more. Just like when I'm chanting Hare Krishna, where how many times out of 1 hour you chant? Maybe for 1 minute we hear. Rest of the time, not that is fine. No, not fine. How will you improve if you say that's fine? No, my God, I have to improve. Then you will improve. Correct? We are all moving forward, not going backward. Oh, I'm done enough. Nah. Where is the quality? I want to attain Krishna. This is not, I want to struggle. You have to struggle to surrender. That's the situation. See, so actually, I tell you, what you ask is a very interesting, it's a catch-22. One side, it says, Bhagavad Gita, when you surrender, you will go free from sinful activities. Saradharman parityaja mam ekam sharanam raja aham tvam sarapapevyo mokshishayima sucha. Another verse says, Yesham tu antagatam papam jananam punyakarmana tvedandamo nirmuktam bhajante mam dhadavarta. So one shloka says, when you surrender, you get free from sin. And another shloka says, unless you're free from sin, you cannot surrender. It's a catch-22. Phas gaya bhai hum to. Struggle to surrender. There where
So
the catch.
like we have to use our willpower and
you see, because I'm not pure, because have sinful desires in myself, it's not possible to surrender to me, because surrender is only possible in a pure heart. है ना? So what do I do? Struggle. And then you get mercy of Krishna, mercy of Vaishnava, and then the bridge is made. Otherwise, you think about it, it's a catch-22. Look at the shloka. Yesham tu antagatam papam. And another shloka, Saradharman parityaja. See, both are catch-22. Unless you are pure, you cannot surrender. When you surrender only, then you become pure. तो हो गया, तो फंस गया मैं. फंस गया नहीं. We need
Yes,
now
yes.
mercy, which will pull you out of this catch and bring you to Krishna's lotus feet. Okay? You
Hare
understand?
Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Karthik.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Rameshji, Hare Krishna. How do you like this structure? This is better than what we are doing shloka. Let that also be there. That is level 3. This is plain vanilla. It's easy to digest.
I am enjoying everything. So for me,
So you are advanced. But we were seeing that a lot of attrition in the number 3. So we try to create number 2, which is quite simple. Not too many details, but keep the spirit going. Yeah.
yeah. My question is little bit odd. How did the Gita name came? Why Gita? Why not Hema? Why not Ramba? Why not?
Gita means song. Geet.
Sorry?
गीत. नठानी जी, गीत. आपका ये गीत सुना ना? Gita. Geet. Song.
It's a song. Okay.
You saw that day Mataji was singing. In fact, my request is Mamata Mataji is also there. People, they loved this. So I was thinking that why not we every Ekadashi we do, and 18 chapters, let 18 people do, so that everybody gets a chance. And people can, record one chapter and send, and we'll evaluate whether they are, then we will give them a chance. You practice. Even new people can cram one shlok chapter, and I will see the Mataji's recording, or so many recordings are available, Mataji. You can, the best of Gita chanting recordings can be made available. People can practice. And then without any mumbling and fumbling, anybody can do one chapter, because more than that, mistake happens. It should not happen. And, it's Krishna's grace. We are in a quantity very big. Why not we now grow in quality? Other thing, Mamta Mataji, I will request you, we can develop the knowledge base. You see, every chapter, some of the questions are leading to very detailed answer. Just like, what do you say? One by one, we take it up, and we give chance to other new devotees also to work on it. But whatever content they develop, it has to be edited finally, and knowledge base, say at least 40, 50 major topics, which are many people who have gone through the course. You can recount some things you learned in this course are totally new for you. But that means that information. Today I had a visitor. He was telling me, the software engineer with his wife visited our temple. Lucky the gate was open because somebody else came in. And the vice chancellor of Nitte University, he just visited him, a good friend. And the door, other door is closed, my temple. He came. Oh, I was looking through Google Maps, he was locating. As I come from Bangalore, I said, what is Corona? Sit there. I can't sit. I'm bored of sitting. So I was driving and I came to Bangalore. I said, anyway, come in. I was talking to him. He said, we used to every day here in the class, totally new things. Like you say, Krishna is Supreme Lord, not the Devata. And we used to debate whole day because we are anyway free, and whole day. But happy that you straight away went and told the fact. Whole day we were discussing what you're telling. Punya is different, Krishna service is different. We didn't know. Manav say, Madhav say, difference of so many things we just went and presented like bombs. A whole day discussion used to happen. It was so encouraging for me to hear that. So, but all that, if you have a nice article with details, with all references and all, it will be very nice consumption for people. Now, already these articles are there. Krishna.org, Krishna.com, Dandavat, their articles are already lying. We just have to collect all of them together, arrange them, organize them, edit them, and we can at least start with, say, 16 articles on major things, and that can be done by devotees.
We have 4 or 5 of them. Yes, Prabhu. If we 4 or 5 of them sit together, maybe we can make, as per the questions that we receive, we can start building a database on that, Prabhu.
It's thank you, Madhaji.
Today
Today you gave me amazing answer, or increasing surrender chapter by chapter. Very happy to hear.
Thank you, Prabhu.
So intuitive, but I got it from you. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
The Bhagavad Gita singing of that is all the chapters recitation. It's one of the best thing that has happened in this season, Prabhu.
And people loved it. Oba, and she was doing with Nirjala 3.
It was hitting more than 1,000 many times, Prabhu. Even I had to log in once, and it was hitting more than 1,000.
People enjoyed it. People participated. And at the time, we used to give them a time where They can chant Hare Krishna mantra after chapter. The people are so happy. We could see the energy, and nobody went away. They practically stayed through the whole thing. So it's a beautiful thing. Why not we do that every Ekadashi? Okay, timing and all can be decided. It's a separate issue. So preparation can start off. We can ask many people to prepare the chapters.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Any other questions? Natani ji? Geet, Mataji, Gita is same, no? It's a song, no? Yes. Hare Krishna.
Yogita Mataji, you're unmuted.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Yogita
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna. Prabhuji, I was not in the Krishna consciousness movement. One of my friend told me about the Krishna consciousness. So I have been chanting since last 6 months. But whenever I chant, my mind is not in my control. I always think, what is my daughter's doing? What is my husband doing? Though I chant always 16 rounds, how to control my mind? I don't know.
See, I have the mind control, one of the techniques, circle of influence, circle of concern.
Okay.
Now, you should focus on what you can do and not focus on what you cannot do. Circle of concern means you're not God to control the whole world. But what you can do, you can get up in time, you can chant your rounds, you can read Bhagavad Gita, you can do Ekadashi. This is what you can do. And what rest of concern is actually comes because of leadership. I go beyond my capacity of controlling the world, which is not in my control. Hana? That I leave it to the Lord. I cannot. What I can do, I do. I do as a duty, my dear daughter. This is very good for you. You should do like that. But I cannot force you. It's your life. What you decide, you do. So that way, what happens is that you're doing what you can do, and then prayers for the rest. And magic can happen when you combine that way. Okay?
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Don't worry, Naga. We will do it every Ekadashi. The response is so good. And more than 2,000 people chanted that day, 3 hours. Such a nice yagna. So we will build on that. Yes. Hare Krishna.
Shri Ram Prabhuji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी.
श्री राम जी, हरे कृष्ण. आप तो टीचर हैं, हाँ बोलिए.
प्रभु जी, I have a doubt on today's topic. That after war, that great war, Yudhishthira ruled for 3 decades, and he ruled like heaven on earth.
Not heaven, Vaikuntha on earth.
Vaikuntha.
Yes, because it's there. Bhagavatam says that. Let me show you that. Why not I give you pramana from the Shastra? Correct? Sir,